I am 16 years old, growing up in the Midwest, walking down the hallway with my friend Jay, and we're talking about going to school, to college. And she's like, girl, I don't think I'm cut out for college. And I'm like, really, Jay? You have to realize that you are made and you're built to go to college. And she's like, well, I don't have the grades. I don't have the study acumen. I said, that's all right. You can go ahead and do that because, you know, you're amazing. I see stuff in you that you don't see in yourself. Your grade's not that bad and you can go ahead and do it. So what did Jay do? She decided to go ahead and apply for school probably about 3 weeks after that. And lo and behold, about 6 weeks later, she got into her favorite school. Going forward, maybe about 30 years later, I'm sitting in Starbucks in Las Vegas, coaching a client, and she wants to start a business. And I'm like, okay, you can go ahead and do it. And she's like, well, I don't know, you know, I'm a school teacher by trade, and I want to really branch out to start my own business. So we sat down and we marked a blueprint for her, basically. And 6 months later after that, she put the steps in place. She launched a highly successful business. And looking back, that's when I knew. Those two particular instances is that I was made to inspire people. I was made to motivate people. I was made to make them go and do the things that God has called them to do, what they were passionate about. So my thing is this, and this is one of my superpowers. I have to be able to let you or hone in on you to see what you don't see about yourself and provide you a blueprint that you may take the action and go make yourself great in the world. I remember it like it was yesterday. October 2021, these words came out of the doctor's mouth. We have confirmed what you have, and you have glioblastoma multiforme grade 4. I looked at the doctor and I was like, are you serious? See, what had happened was the doctor wasn't talking about me. The doctor was talking about my husband. A week before that, he had went into the emergency room with what he deemed to be a sinus infection, an ear infection. But lo and behold, they found a mass in his brain, and life from that point changed. After a series of craniotomies, radiation, chemo, all the things that come with those type of ailments, he sat there before it started and was like, doctor, what do I need to do? But inside of me, I was scared. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. But even though this is not what I'm signed up for, you know, we know that God doesn't put more on us that we can't bear. So that was my assignment for that season. Fast forward 10 months later, he passed away. And from that journey, I learned that no matter what God places on you, you have the wherewithal and the strength to get through it, to accomplish the things that seem so hard on your life. And there is a rainbow after the clouds and the rains and the storms. You know, I would probably tell you this. Never let a speed bump deter you from the journey and cause you to crash. I remember back in 1998, I had what I would call the create a business shiny object syndrome, where I'd seen all these people out here that I was connected to. Oh, let's start a business. Let's start a business. So I went through the process to start the business. But how many people do you see actually start the business and then they fail in the business? Me, that was my story. I started the business, I created the corporation, I did all the paperwork. It was called Trinity Creations. I'm gonna make the best gift basket business ever. But guess what? I didn't have the wherewithal or the knowledge, the tenacity to sustain that. So guess what happened to sales and the business? It plummeted. So what I would tell you, and that is, that was my speed bump at the time, but I didn't allow it to deter me, because I'm walking in a successful business right now. You know, I've had many other things that happened to my life, and I feel blessed about it. So keep going, keep focusing, reinvent yourself, tweak it along the way if you have to, and you'll be great. What would I tell my 21-year-old self? First thing I would tell myself is have the faith and the mindset to believe that once you set yourself in a position to go for it, just go for it and believe that you can be successful in doing that. One of the first parts of success is belief. Your mindset even is one of your superpowers, because if you can't believe what's been instilled in you and what you say that you want to do, then you failed from the beginning. Secondly, I would tell myself, learn the lessons in the journeys. You know, I think someone has said and mentioned a couple times, a setback is a setup for a comeback. Most successful people in life, no matter what genre that you are operating in, never succeeded the first time. You have a life ahead of you that allows you to get it right. So keep continuing on, keep going, keep focusing, and it will come to pass, and it will be the best thing ever. Lastly, I would probably tell my 21-year-old self is that don't worry about what other people think about you. My thing is this: God's facts are better than God's opinions, and they always override them. He made you and created you for a purpose, and it's up to you to stick to that and not allow other people to deter you from that. Okay, so here's the deal. Guess what? You have what it takes to make things right. You have what it takes to bring purpose together, to reinvent yourself. You know, these are some of the things that I'm so passionate about. You know, my company, you know, is all about purpose reinvention, you know, creating blueprints so you can live your best life. You know, I know what it feels like when you feel like you're stuck. You know, especially at my age. You know, I'm in my early 50s. You know, we have people on this planet that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and they believe that they can have a second remix to life. They can have greater purpose, or they can change everything about themselves. They don't have to stay in a job for 30, 40, 50 years. You know, you don't have to just sit here and be like, is this all to life? Because life is to be lived. And guess what? Purpose is to be lived. Purpose does not die until you do. Let me repeat that. Purpose does not die until you do. So until you breathe your last breath, you can get up out of that job. You can get up out of that mundane ministry, nonprofit, whatever you call yourself in, that you're like, okay, I've been doing this forever, or I don't get a spark out of this. Because you are allowed to live life. You're allowed to live that fanatical life, that excited life. And that is what I am gearing towards in my company. I want everyone that's reading this, listening to this, under the sound of my voice. You deserve to have a purpose remix. You deserve to live life, live your best life. And I'm creating programs. I'm expanding all of that out to just serve that audience that believes they can be great and live great as well. Individuals love to work with Bree Marie Global and myself because we bring out the best in personal development and leadership development. What I know for this to be true is that if you don't have a layer of personal development, whether it's individually speaking or whether it's through your business, that is the driving force to your success. What I know to be true is this. I remember a time where I felt like I didn't have the keys to personal development and to raise my brand, raise who I was as an individual. I was procrastinating. I had fear. I had self-doubt. I didn't believe in myself. But once I made that mind shift, everything just clicked. Everything just started to fall into place. And it is my job and it is my mission to bring that out into the individuals and the companies that I work with. Because success does leave clues, and my blueprint provides clues for you to be that great person and that great company and to live the life of your dreams. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, this has been an amazing experience. There are many things I can say that I love about participating in this DocuSeries. Kudos to Shay Brown and his wonderful, amazing team. They did the doggone thing. Everything was done in excellence. It's a platform for those, and I encourage you, if you're out there and you're in business, ministry, whatever, trying to climb the corporate ladder, get your stories out there. Share with the world who you are, because you have things in you that are great that you can share and that people need what you have, those solutions, anything, because I am so blessed to be able to be a part of this season. I encourage others to do the same. And look out, world. I'm coming, and so are you.